Hey, this is Alice, the childless cat lady. Hope everybody is doing well and, your day went as well as it could. I'm not going to spend a lot of time as I've been doing the last two couple of podcasts, yelling about what is happening in this country. I will say that it seems like Canada and Mexico and China are really going to kick our butts. You know, the thing that is really disturbing is when somebody is unhappy. I don't know, you probably had friends or family members, who delight in making other people miserable and unhappy. And you think about it, this is insanity. You have someone who has unlimited power, who has given himself unlimited power, who has called himself a king. And now we have this individual who is, because he hates himself and he hates his life or whatever goes on in that mush brain of his. And I don't even have to tell you whom I'm speaking of. Everybody knows who I'm speaking about. And is hell bent on making all of our lives miserable. The schoolyard bully, the one who couldn't make friends, but thinking if they have a show of force, then everybody will just bow down. Well, nobody's bowing down. The only people who are bowing down are the GOP constituents and Congress. They are scared of him. I mean, can you imagine you're a politician and you are scared of one person and you're so desperate to become elected and serve in Congress when you're not even doing anything. I mean, all you are is a puppet and a bootlicker. It really doesn't make any sense. Like Dan Goldman said a couple days ago, say, what is the point? What is the point of you being here? You gave up your power. You bent the knee to Trump and Muskrat. And, why are you here? You allowed this man to instill fear in you, and you're not even helping your constituents. But anyway, uh, just thinking about those tariffs and how expensive everything is going to become for us. Hopefully, we will not lose power because Canada has threatened to, Douglas Ford, one of the premiers of Canada, has said that he could definitely turn off the power and do it with a smile. And he said, it's not that we are against Americans, we're just against your president. Well, I think we all are. I mean, nobody can dispute that there needs to be some kind of trimming of government agencies. That's is something that we can all agree about. But when you have it where Social Security payments are going to be disrupted, I am, like I said in my last podcast, I am so glad that my mother is not alive for this. She would be so upset, though, that she worked for almost 50 years, and then for somebody to turn around, an idiot like Elon Musk, I can't even say his name right. I guess I should just say Muskrat, saying that it's a Ponzi scheme. Ponzi scheme, come on. Everybody who works invest and puts in for their own Social Security. It's about how much you have worked, and they take the money out, the taxes and everything, and to make sure you have something for your retirement. I told my mother when she retired in 2000, the year 2000, she passed away in 2023, but in the year 2000, I told her that she was going to be one of the last groups of people who would be able to retire without fear and with the ability to receive her full benefits. I mean, and I tell you one thing, I wish sometimes I had been wrong about that prediction. But as we can see sitting here now, people are going to start missing out on their social security benefits because the muskrat decided to fire 7,000 uh, you know, workers for in the Social Security Administration. I mean, what kind of nonsense is this? And another person said today, what is the end game? Because, the thing is, if the end game is for the billionaires to pick up the pieces after the country collapses, you're not going to have anything. Because once you have ruined the whole thing and it just falls down like a house of cards, if you think in your brain dead mind that you're going to be able to pick up and keep making money, I don't see how that's possible. Because I don't know if people really understand how economies work. We're all interconnected, all of the global trading and everything. America can't stand on its own. And the thing is, no one is going to deal with us. They will trade amongst each other, and we will be this country, an island unto itself, without any support, without any allies. And I guess we'll be ripe for Putin to take over. You know, like I was saying in the beginning, when somebody is so insane and unsettled and they're hell bent on making your life miserable, it is really so unfair that because of the stupid decisions that some people made to vote for this clown, and then the other people who decide, well, this election isn't important, it doesn't matter, he won't do anything. I mean, God, it just is, it's absolutely insane. And before I came on, I was thinking, how is it going to be when the GOP party becomes irrelevant and we no longer have news stories, podcasts, and no one speaks about Trump? Does anyone ever think about how happy you're going to be when you no longer hear the word Trump? I mean, this guy has been a stain on our country. He has been a grifter. He has been a liar. He has been a cheater. He has been a felon. And he's just a despicable, disgusting, horrible. I mean, I can't even put him in the category of human being. Creature. He's just a creature. And it's just ridiculous how people have fallen for this garbage. And now they're complaining. But I just hope I live long enough where the GOP party becomes something that has been dismantled and never to be seen again. The GOP party is voted out. If we have elections now, the thing is, that's another thing. You never know. This guy is so irrational and insane. He wants to stay in power. We may not have midterm elections. We may not have these things. So let's just hope. Let's just hope that he just disappears and gives us all a break, and the GOP party is just, removed and put in another party. Maybe put the independents in. I mean, just give us a break, because I don't know about you. I am ready. I am past ready not to hear the name Trump anymore. And, tonight he's giving the State of the Union address to Congress. I know one thing. I'm not watching that garbage. And I hope the Democrats don't show up. But who knows? I'll never know, because I won't be watching it. But on another topic, I was looking at some interviews for this movie called No Other Land. And as you know, this is about the how the Palestinians are being bullied, bombed, and really the ethnic cleansing that the Israelis are hell bent on, completing against these people. As I said, this land of Palestine and everything, this was something where the Palestinians after World War II, like I said, there was this refugee boat, and nobody wanted the Jewish population because, after the war, there were all these internment camps and displaced people camps and everything. And gradually, people did get placed, but nobody wanted to take the Jews. And they had this rattly, rickety refugee boat, and countries said, no, you can't enter, go away, go away. But the Palestinians took them in. They said, okay, we'll share our land with you. We will share our land. And then in whatever it was, they had that war and everything, and then they proclaimed it as Israel, the state of Israel, the land of Israel. And as the movie, when you watch the interviews, you find out that the Palestinians live under military law and the Israelis live under civil law. And, it's kind of like in this country where it's a certain thing for, groups of people, and then the minorities, they're the second-class citizens. No matter how, if they're U.S. citizens, no matter how well educated they are considered second-class citizens. So, but the thing is that we, at the moment, we can still move freely around the country. With in Palestine, you learn that the Palestinian director, the one who co-directed with the Jewish guy, he can't even visit. I guess they're friends. I mean, they work together on this movie. I don't know how deep their friendship goes, but it seems to be pretty solid. But anyway, the Palestinian gentleman, he can't even go to visit his Jewish friend. He cannot go there because there's all these checkpoints and everything, and he'll be turned around. And the Israeli guy, he can come and go. Look, he could just go wherever he wants to. And it makes you stop and think, saying, wow, how would I deal with this? I mean, you can't go certain places. You're restricted. You have these horrible IDF soldiers coming in and destroying your homes, just picking, you see the segments in the movie, just picking random places and bringing their bulldozer and just destroying homes and making sure that the water is contaminated. I mean, I have to say, how do these IDF soldiers live with themselves? What gives them the right to destroy these people's homes, contaminate their water, beat them up, and put them in prison, or shoot at them whenever it makes them feel good? I mean, how do you get into that mindset where you think that you should just do whatever atrocity comes to your mind because you hate these people? It is ridiculous. It's really a movie that makes you stop and think. Yes, the atmosphere in this country is horrible, and we're going to be experiencing a lot of pain. But when you stop and think, how would you feel? Somebody, grabbing you or saying, okay, you're thrown out of your house or your apartment, or, somebody bombs your car, or shoots your one of your children, or shoots you and kills the rest of your family. I mean, I look at that movie and I say, you know, this country, the United States, has so much work to do. It's not even funny. And we could have had such a brighter future with somebody like Kamala Harris. But again, I'm not going to get off topic because, you know, I could talk about the same thing day in and day out. But the thing is, we have the ability to get up, go where we please, and we don't have somebody bombing our homes or throwing us out of our apartments, uh, shooting our families. But who knows? I mean, the thing is, we're coming. People are getting angry in this country, and then with the random, non-existent gun laws, who knows what could happen? I mean, people are not, like I've said to my friends, Americans are not going to take this lying down. Nobody is going to be silent about this and just say, okay, we'll just give up our freedoms. Hey, it's not really a big deal. We've had our way for too long for some idiot to think that we're going to just sit around and say, oh, sure, we'll just do what you say and we won't say anything. I tell you one thing, if you believe that, I have a bridge to sell you. People are going to get really pissed off, especially when now what I thought was a stupid thing to say, the commissioner, I think he was the former commissioner, head of Social Security, saying, oh, make sure you start saving. Please tell me, if you're counting on Social Security and any other form of was it SSI or your VA benefits, please tell me how you're supposed to save. People say, oh, you should save, you should save. It's easier said than done. Unless you have a job that pays really well and you never incurred any bills and you live in a house or an apartment, somehow it's either bought or paid for. You have a lot of expense, and saving is next door to impossible these days. Everything is so expensive, and now with the tariffs, they become even more expensive. We have more pain to look forward to. Isn't that great? But anyway, getting back to No Other Land, it just makes me say, this country could be better, but I could be shot at. I could have my home destroyed. I could have my family members murdered before my eyes. And it's a shame that there isn't a film company, a distribution company in the U.S. to be brave enough to show this. They show it in like little, cinemas and everything. And the thing is, they're not going to show this. There's never going to be a distribution because the U.S. government has been complicit in what's been happening with the Palestinian people. I mean, look, there's been war in that region for years, but as I said yesterday, okay, they had October 7th. There was massive casualties and everything, but the thing that it's just not going to help. I mean, this thing about ethnic cleansing and getting rid of people and, because you don't like them. I mean, the United States has a lot of blood on its hands because they were very complicit with providing all of these weapons to Israel. And now they are providing the Trump administration these 2,000-pound bombs. And the thing, I'll say this much. If they are successful with the ethnic cleansing, then they are going to pay a very heavy price because they haven't learned anything from history. Nothing. They haven't learned anything from history. Anytime that you try to wipe out a race, it's just insanity. It's just insanity. I mean, we have to evolve beyond this. How do we become better? I mean, I mean, there's just so much hate. It's insane. It's really insane. I mean, the last, I would say, 25 to 30 years, the levels of hate in around the world, and especially in this country, have really intensified. And now with this Gaza and, the Palestinians in Ukraine, and this lunatic Putin. I mean, please, absolutely ridiculous. But anyway, I'm gonna make sure that I it probably will come out, streaming. It'll probably be on Google Play by the summer. I'm gonna keep my eye out for it because it's gonna be a hard movie to watch, but it's just something that everyone should be aware of because who knows? These types of things can happen anywhere. Look, who would think that all this insanity would be happening in this country? Who would think that a so-called U.S. president would be so insane and so disconnected and so out of control that we would all be sitting here wondering, hey, am I going to be able to afford this? How about these tariffs? And, are we going to have light and electricity if Canada, threatens to shut us off? Pfft. Anyway, I'm just looking forward to the day when I no longer have to hear about the GOP party, that jackass Mike Johnson, and that fat blob called Flump. What a bunch of idiots. I know they're probably clapping their hands and saying, oh, he's giving such a brilliant address to Congress. Blech. But anyway, I hope everyone has a good night. Thank you for listening to me. And everybody take care. And I'll see you soon. Have a good night. Bye.